As we know, the KL250 ate its camshaft, so we're gonna try and fix it. Probably not the right way, but we bought another KL250, and I think I've got another one found. I found this one for 350 bucks runs. I'm just adjusting the valves to be sure, and I was thinking I was going to part this one out for it, but this one is still pretty nice, and I found another one that's got good parts on it to where I can make 2 good motorcycles out of 3, so that's probably what I'm gonna end up doing. And I just got this one because it was cheap. But yeah, just adjusted the valves. This one smokes a little, smokes some too, but yeah, it's just how it is anyways. So yeah, more to come. Just adjusted the valves like I said. So got my book. So we'll get this thing put back together and I'll get you some videos of it running. Oh, the reason this one was parked is because the spokes are breaking on the back wheel. So for now, I haven't decided yet. That one up in that other one I was talking about has a good front wheel, rear wheel. I was going to take the handlebars and front wheel and put it on that one, and probably the engine from that one, put it into that one, then take the rear wheel and rear fender and put it on this one. But we'll see. We're doing a little robbing Peter to pay Paul here, but here's the orange one. That, like I said, the spokes are breaking on that one. So since this one is immobile right now, and I'm probably not going to be fixing this engine, rather as to just putting a whole new engine in it, and it holds tires hold air, we just took the tire off of this one, stuck it on this one. I got the valves good on this one. It smokes quite a bit still, but yeah. Well, the next part of this video will be it riding it, but yeah, he's going to start it here.
It takes over a lot harder.
Yeah, it's actually got compression. Probably cold still. It's got that different exhaust on it, but it was smoking quite a bit when we were revving it up a little bit, but yeah. But yeah, there it is. It's got no light. The guy gutted the electronics out of it. Got my book here. Yeah, that was a battery box, but we're gonna stick this broken wheel back on the other one. And
they rode it for a long time.
Yeah, they rode it for a long time with these broken spokes. So we're gonna stick this wheel on the other one just so we have a wheel to roll it on. But we're gonna go for a ride on this one real quick. This is the next day. I'm gonna add this probably in the middle of that video somewhere, but I figured I'd do a little walk around for it because that video isn't very long. When I'm up here, I'm gonna make a walk around in-depth tour of it. So I guess we'll start just by this. Obviously there's some imperfections, but yeah. So this wasn't originally red. This was originally red. Obviously it's been repainted, but these are flexible fenders, so obviously the flexing in them makes it break. But yeah, this motorcycle I bought was going to, okay, so I put an ISO out looking for motorcycles, KL250s, 81 KL250s for the orange one, but I didn't yield any like decent parts bike results. But this one came up, you know, the guy responded to me, said he had a running one. He sent me videos of it running, and I decided that for the price I gave for it, $350, obviously it looked nicer in the pictures than what it was, but I decided it was probably too nice to part out. It does burn oil. I'm sure you can see that. From here, you can see there's oily residue on there. I'm sure the KL250 would have had that, the orange one, but this has got this weird, I don't know if that's a spark arrestor muffler on it or what, but it's got some dents in the tank right there. You can't see it, but there's a couple on the side here, not in the light. But this rear, the reason they quit riding it is because spokes are breaking on that wheel. So we just swapped this wheel out from the orange KL250. Probably going to replace this tire and put this rim back on the KL250, but we'll see. So I found another parts bike. Ironically, it's red too. I think I'm probably going to buy that one and get this one good. That one has a good fender on it and light bracket. I think it looks weird with nothing on the back of it. It's a big motorcycle and then there's just nothing back there. That's just me because I'm used to our orange KL250 with a seat up to here, you know, and then the light. But this gauge is not right. When you're going about 15 miles an hour, it's reading about bouncing between 70 and 80. So probably take that apart, see if I can do anything about it. Obviously, if that parts motorcycle pans out like I'm hoping it will, might be able to fix that. And since it was counting at 80 miles an hour, and I'm guessing he wasn't riding 80 miles an hour, it's probably got less miles than what it actually says, but the oil control ring is burnt, so it's burning oil. We'll see if I get into that. It's a 40-year-old motorcycle. What do you expect? I checked the valve clearances, but now apparently this valve seal is not sealing, or the valve cover seal, so I'll have to mess with that some more. And then, as you can see under here, there's a nice shiny bolt. Yeah, about a 1/4 inch of those threads just pulled right out of that hole. And we had a longer one, so I cut it down a little bit, made it long enough to where it will fit in there. So I'm kind of a little weary about taking that back out, but I don't know, it sounds like the valve noise is still kind of loud, so I'll probably have to go back in there and check it just to be sure. But it leaks oil out of the seal. This was wrecked and broke this cap off, but then, you know, they put oil in it because it burns oil. Now it's all gnarled up, but it runs pretty good. The carb stumbles in a couple places. I might have put some seafoam in it or something, but the electronics have been gutted from it. It does not have a light, but he gave me the battery box for it, so I'm wondering if I can just put that battery box. The air box was taken out too. I'm wondering if I can just put that battery box in here and get some lights, because I like to ride at night. Haven't decided whether or not I'll keep it. I basically talked myself out of parting it out, so yeah. And this, obviously this is an aftermarket exhaust because the air box is supposed to be here. He didn't have anything holding the carb up, so we just put that zip tie there because it gets kind of rough out here. So yeah, I'll start it up here and hopefully I can do it with my right foot. Obviously it's ran today, so it's broken down here, but what can you do? Kind of see a smoke haze, but yeah. This fuel shutoff is frozen, so they got this one in there, which is fine. Which I was shut off, so I just turned it on. But see if I can get some smoke for you. Hear the upper end noise. It doesn't sound terrible, but yeah, we're gonna add this one into this video. Alright guys, just gonna make a little outro to this video. I know it wasn't much of a video. It wasn't much to do, so well, obviously, I don't know if you can see it in the video, but it smokes a lot. You can see it's got a residue on there. But I had thoughts that it might be, there's 2-stroke gas in it, but I don't think there is. And not all of its oil usage is that. The seal is leaking. But this cap has seen better days. It's been wrecked and broken off, but I imagine that should have been the sign saying that, hey, it uses oil. But we'll see. Like I said, I got a lead on another one. I'll probably end up buying that one and trying to get it running, see if I can get a good non-oil burning one. We'll see. And if both of them are a bust, I'll take the parts I need for that one. And then, like I said, I think I got we'll have a good rear fender. Put that fender on it maybe. Might sell this one. Who knows? But yeah, it runs, drives. So it is 40 years old. It's going to burn oil. It says it's got 4,700 miles on it, but this thing with speedo cable this gauge must not be right, because it's like bouncing all over 70, 80 miles an hour. So that leads me to believe that it's got even less miles than that, if that's the original gauge, because if it's reading at 80 miles an hour, 70 miles an hour, it's obviously going to be counting more miles all the time, even if you aren't going 20. So we'll see. Haven't decided what to do with it yet, but I'll make this little video. Yeah.